Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today I'll be reacting to World of Warcraft cinematics and trailers, playlist done by Jesse Thorth. This is part 33. Yeah, part 33. If you want to check out my previous reactions, remember I'm going to put the cards right up top there. Just click on it and you'll be able to access them. This is going to be the last part for some time, because like there are no more cinematics on the playlist that I just checked right now. After the last one, there's just two videos that are like 4 or 3 hours long that are based on Warcraft 3, if I'm not mistaken. And Jesse Thorth said I shouldn't really watch that one if I don't want to, but I'll think about it. I might watch it, yeah. And yeah, I think this is going to be a break from a very long journey. I'm still going to be watching a lot of Warcraft things for as long as you guys, give me suggestions on the comment section. And I'm also going to start reading some of the books based on Warcraft, and I might also make videos on that as well in the future. So my journey with Warcraft, with World of Warcraft, is not over yet. I'm still very interested in this lore and in the gameplay and in the many characters that are here, especially when it comes to my Banshee Queen. I still want to see what's going to happen with her during this terrible time with the Jailer, or Zoval, if you guys want me to use his name. So yeah, I'm not done with World of Warcraft. Not by a long shot. Okay, let's start. Part 33. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
They said I must answer for my crimes. Repent for my sins. But every choice I made, I would proudly make again. You will submit. I submit to no one. Not you. Not the Jailer. And not that coward thrall. For the Horde!
Okay guys, what happened to Garrosh? What happened to him? And the soul render, I think that's what he was called. They just turned into ash. So it's like Garrosh, is he dead? Like dead now? Because there's no afterlife after this afterlife, I think. I don't know. So wow, I think he's like really gone now. Why did you have to call Thrall a coward? Defiant to the end, Garrosh. Defiant to the end. Okay.
Your efforts are futile. Oribos is within my grasp. No! We will stop you! Jaina, we need a portal. The Jailer must not take the Eternal City!
Okay. The Jailer. He's going into Oribos, probably going to the Arbiter. And it seems like Sylvanas is already there. So I guess their plans are going according to how they planned them out. And Jaina, Bolvar, and Thrall, it looks like they're on the back foot. and probably also you guys as the players, you guys are also on the back foot during this altercation. So yeah, it doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good.
I will never serve.
Still chained by mortality. You did help restore something stolen from me. Allow me to remain you. In kind.
Cannot let him reach me.
Okay, I guess Sylvanas finally understands what Anduin has been talking about. You know, when he was imprisoned and he told her that, you know, Zoval is not your ally, he's not your friend, he's not anything to you. He's just going to use you like a tool, and then once the tool has done its job, he's going to throw you out. And that's what has happened right now. She finally understands that Zoval was never there to break the chains of this reality, you know, breaking this destiny that all mortals have, that, you know, you live out your lives and then you die and then you go into the afterlife and you continue to exist in that sense. You know, you don't break those chains. Those chains are still going to be on you. It's just that there's going to be new management, and that new management is Zoval. That's it. And finally she understands that, and she tried to take action. It didn't work out. Like, he caught that arrow like and he shot her with something. I don't know what that was, but it seems like her soul kind of got destabilized or something, and then it reverted back into her, and then she collapsed to the floor. Yeah, I just hope she's going to be alright. I hope she's going to be alright, and I hope she helps Jaina, Thrall, and Bova, and anyone else who's going to be helping to, you know, take down the Jailer and rescue Anduin, because what's happening with Anduin is also very, very sad. Like, to see him like that, you know, eyes wide open with blue blue magic permeating through them like that. It's so weird to see him that way. So yeah, hopefully they can all work together. I know it's going to be hard, especially for Bulvar and for Jaina and for Thrall, to work with Sylvanas after everything that she has done. I understand it's going to be hard, but you guys have to do it. Yeah. Now that she understands that Zoval and whatever his dreams were doesn't involve them being free from this type of reality, now that she understands that, I think she will be one of their greatest allies in this fight. So they gotta work together. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Long ago, mighty warriors proved themselves in the stadiums of Outland. Their ferocious combat inspired the denizens of Azeroth to take arms and fight in the arena. Such a time is now a distant memory. But once again, legends will be born in the arena.
Arena Tournament, Burning Crusade Classic. Okay. On youtube.com and Warcraft Twitch TV. I'm going to check out their Twitch channel as well. Also the YouTube channel for this Burning Crusade Classic Arena Tournament. Oh, but it's long gone now. July 23rd to 25th. Must be finished long time ago. Yeah. Okay. But I'll still check out the YouTube channel. Maybe there's still something there. Like, you know, the recordings. Twitch, I've had bad issues with Twitch. I don't know. With Twitch, I'm not sure. But YouTube, definitely. I'm going to check out if there's any videos relating to the arena tournament. Yeah, this cinematic was funny. It was really funny, especially with the that creature that transformed into like a flying bird, and then one of the characters just shot it down with a fireball and it came down like a cooked chicken. So yeah, that was funny. That was really funny. Okay, let's continue.
By the power of the sun,
Your time ends now.
There is nowhere to hide!
you will not prevail.
Victory to Lord
Okay, I think that was also a World of Warcraft classic, Outland, cinematic. Good times, good times.
It's finally time. The best MDI teams around the world are here, and we are ready to face off.
Look at the amount of damage Shala is doing on this destruction. Warlock is completely annihilating his pet. Going up to 200k DPS.
That is just insane.
Every one of these teams qualified for global finals with one thing in mind: to prove that they are the best.
Incarnation has just now gone into their pull. Everything is active. The Bloodlust pop, Ashen Hollow and Wings down. Echo needs to kill one of these crash mobs in the next 10 seconds, or this is going to be the series for Incarnation. And that's it. Incarnation has taken this series and this tournament. Oh my god, what a debut for this squad.
These teams are competing for the lion's share of $300,000 in our most competitive finals to date. But at the end of the day, only one team can claim the title of MDI champion.
Mythic Dungeon. I remember Jesse Thorth talking about this in my previous reaction to part 32. He was talking about the dungeons. You know, like there's more boss fights in the dungeons. I can't remember right now what he was talking about. Saying that there's 4 bosses in more dungeons, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I'm sorry, Jesse. I kind of forgot. But yeah, I think it has to relate with that, if I'm not mistaken. The Mythic Dungeon. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm Morgan, and I'm a lead game designer for World of Warcraft.
I'm Sarah, and I'm a senior level designer.
I'm Ian, game director for WoW.
I'm Tina, and I'm a lead environment artist.
I'm Pat, the production director for WoW.
And I'm Holly, the lead producer of WoW Classic.
We get a lot of feedback from players, and it's great. We watch and read as much feedback as we can.
Players telling us how they feel about the game leads directly to improvements that we make.
It's a lot of feedback.
Which is awesome.
But we really want to zero in on the most nuanced player comments and have conversations with you about specific issues.
And it's challenging to have a conversation with tens of thousands of people.
So we're kicking off something new, and we're calling it the WoW Community Council.
We're going to invite at least 100 players to a new discussion forum.
All WoW players will be able to see this new forum and everything we discussed there.
For the members, we're looking for players who are passionate about any area of the game.
We're going to invite raiders, PvPers,
solo players, Mythic Dungeon lovers,
transmog collectors, WoW Classic enthusiasts,
role players, achievement hunters, and more.
We want to talk with every kind of WoW player.
And if they choose to, we'd like selected participants to join us in regular live chats.
So please, follow the link to apply for the WoW Community Council, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like the idea, the WoW Community Council. Having the players talk directly with the game developers and hopefully them applying what they've been told by the players, you know, on how to improve the game, how to make it more fun, more challenging, and improving the systems of the game. Hopefully they do listen to these community council members and they apply or update or upgrade anything that has been causing issues for the players. So yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea. Okay, let's continue.
The
Shadowlands story pulls together threads that started in Warcraft 3 and wove their way through many of our expansions. We approached it like a drama in 3 acts. Now, as the third and final act begins of the saga, we need to stop the Jailer from reaching his ultimate goal, which is to rewrite the rules of reality. Eternity's End serves as the final chapter of one book of the Warcraft saga. The Jailer has the advantage. He has seized the sigils of the leaders of the Four Covenants.
We see Sylvanas realize that she's been a pawn in the Jailer's game this entire time, and she refuses to serve him, and she's taken prisoner.
The Jailer is able to open a portal to who knows where, taking Anduin with him.
And the Primus had us take some time to retrieve some new sigils.
Now we have gathered our forces. We are working with the Primus to open our own gateway to pursue the Jailer to this realm unlike any we've seen before.
The Primus opens a portal, and we come into this alien land. It's completely white, foggy. We're walking on water for some reason.
They can only make out some shapes, some figures there, some crazy devices and consoles.
Eventually, you make your way to a giant gate, and behind it lies Zereth Mortis.
Zereth Mortis was created by the first ones, and it is intended to create afterlives.
Think of it as being tucked away in the fabric of the Shadowlands itself. It's kind of the behind the scenes of these afterlives that we've journeyed to.
It's the land where the progenitors, the first ones who created all of the realms of the Shadowlands, this is their workshop.
They've created everything we've experienced in Azeroth and Shadowlands, and even realms we haven't discovered yet.
These first ones built the universe, as far as we know, but their intentions or methods are completely unknown.
But of course, the Jailer's presence here is disrupting this process, and we're working to push back against the Jailer's forces and protect this place.
I think the artists have done a fantastic job, and I know they did a lot of research, and they looked at a lot of real-life examples of very strange places in the real world.
As a team, we were really trying to make this place as alien as possible, so we really wanted to make everything feel completely unique and completely different. Our trees here are floating, we have stones that are floating, we even have the massive Forge of Afterlives that is floating in the center of the zone.
And true to its name, it's something that is kind of putting together a new afterlife to be sent out into the Shadowlands.
We have this water all around you because water is really the catalyst for any kind of creation.
It's actually unlike any other water that we've seen before. This is actually water that we can walk on. It almost creates like a threshold between Zereth Mortis and some other kind of more primordial space right below it. Everything you see in Zereth Mortis has a purpose, an intention behind it. For us, it was really important to find ways to convey that intention in the environment itself. And one of the ways in which we did it was through this duality between a lush and a dry biome. In the dry biome, we see perhaps what the original look of the zone was when the progenitors were first establishing this workspace for themselves. And in the lush biome, we see the result of their experimentation with plant life and fauna and things like that.
These are all test beds for what we'll eventually see elsewhere.
From there, we started thinking about what kinds of creatures would be in this place that are fundamentally prototypes. There's terraforming here. There's creatures that are building afterlives. We tried to really stretch and think what that might be like.
My personal favorite includes the giant armored snail, and we also have a progenitor chicken, which answers the question of what came first.
These first ones who crafted Zereth Mortis, what they left behind were the Automa, meant to take care of the place and make sure that it fulfilled its function to create afterlives.
The Automa have several different classes, and you can see this in their silhouettes. We have the Builders, we have the Protectors, we have the Casters, and each one of them have a specific role within the Shadowlands. And then you'll also discover the Jiro, which are a part of the Automa. They're a little more quirky, they have a little more personality. They are a little more sentient than the other Automa, so some of them even split off to pursue their own desires.
Unfortunately, when we found our way in, Devourers also found their way in. They are ravenous.
They're consuming this weird energy, and it's causing them to mutate and to fall apart.
And the Automa, where they are confronted by them, some of them are fighting them off.
And so it's going to take some time for them to understand that we're here trying to help them drive out this threat. Fortunately, we've got some allies. There are some enlightened brokers here that we're going to be working with.
But it's a broker that arrived here quite a long time ago and has had a change of heart from looking at the world as a very transactional place to seeing this place as a holy place, a sacred place. We meet an enlightened one named Fareem, and Fareem needs our assistance, and in return, he leads us to Haven,
which is a hub that has been created out of progenitor ruins, and this is where the Enlightened really have made their home.
Haven serves as our foothold here, as well as use it as a base of operations and really start unlocking the mysteries of this land.
The Enlightened brokers are intent on protecting and preserving the work of the first ones here, but now they're seeing Zoval bring his forces against the Atoma and tear up the land, and they are eager for assistance.
The brokers themselves are very ostentatious, they're very into materialism, but the Enlightened are not that at all. They have relinquished this material way, and you'll see this reflected in their clothes. They're a little tattered, they're a little faded, because it just isn't important to them anymore. They're just here for the pursuit of knowledge.
When players arrive, they're kind of fishes out of water. And one of the first things that we have to do is start learning how to communicate with the Automa. Think of it as a kind of runic language, based in symbols.
We will bond with a small construct who's pretty cute, actually. And with his assistance and the assistance of Fareem, we will learn eventually how to understand the symbols through the cipher of the first ones.
We'll uncover different parts of this alphabet and start to learn more about the progenitors and Zereth Mortis itself.
It will allow you to unlock new and different forms of content. So that can range from daily quests to new options on the vendors to places to explore and new side quests that open up. So it's really the gateway to exploring the far reaches of Zereth Mortis.
As we looked into the development of Cipher of the First Ones, we wanted something that was unique that players haven't seen before. A little bit of familiarity, but something that takes that to the next level.
We really involved the whole team in this creative process. We worked with our UI team to be able to represent those through text, through these things talking and seeing them on screen in chat bubbles and in our chat window. Little by little, these kind of runes start taking shape into words that we recognize. But it's going to be a process that unfolds over the course of playing through Eternity's End. The Automa speak in this kind of musical language. They don't talk the way that we mortals are used to speaking. The sound team was super excited. They jumped in, they started prototyping all kinds of different sounds. We listened, we gave feedback. And we really ended up in a cool place. As you're playing through and gradually unlocking the language, you'll be able to see those words that they're saying, but still hear those tones. The Jailer's true goal has never really been to escape the Maw or to gain power. He's been focused on reaching this place called the Sepulchre, to go into this place of power and to really rewrite the rules of the universe. We'll learn that the Jailer has breached the Sepulchre of the First Ones, and this becomes our new raid for Eternity's End. We're going to gather our forces, we're going to pursue the Jailer inside. Once you go inside the Sepulchre, there's some mind-blowing visuals. This is a place that should not be able to exist according to the laws of physics as we know them on Azeroth. Just looking out into this impossible sky of seeing these ancient works of the First Ones, those laws don't apply to anything we see here.
Among the bosses that we're going to face in Sepulchre of the First Ones include the Jailer's forces, maybe a Dreadlord or two that you haven't tied up loose ends with. We'll face a Consular. This is similar to a being like Algalon, but the Jailer's gotten to it and has infused his domination magic into the Consular. Before we get to the Jailer, however, we need to get to Anduin first. Our hope is that we can learn whatever Anduin knows about domination magic. We need to be able to resist it, or better yet, fight it.
We know players have been waiting a long time for the return of tier sets, and as devs, we have too.
It's a great blend of progenitor magic, golds, and metals, along with those class-defining silhouettes, wolves for shamans, pointy things for rogues. It's going to look amazing.
Our class and combat team was super excited to bring class sets back. This is something that felt really right for the story. We're in the final act of the Shadowlands saga. We're here literally on the brink at eternity's end. And what better place to fully unleash the power of these classes? And I think players will really enjoy the return of those class sets just as much as the team enjoyed making them.
How do you make something that is mystical and magical and incomprehensible and yet understandable? I think we've done a good job of finding that line.
The team as a whole has been working so hard, and we are so excited to get this out for everyone.
We're gonna get new mounts, new pets.
A bit horrifying for me, but exciting for some is the fact that, some of the spider mounts can now fly. Who needs flying spiders? But that's also going to be a cool thing for people.
We have updates to professions, to soulbinds, to conduits. There's a new dancing minigame in Darkmoon Fair.
I'm a story guy, so I'm super geeked about watching players kind of piece together those little lore tidbits. That's what excites me as well.
I'm really looking forward to Season 3 of Mythic Plus. Tazavesh is getting split into 2 dungeons. If you're a raider, if you chase Keystone Master, if you're an achievement collector, there's something for everyone to do in this.
Shadowlands is like the final chapter of one book of the Warcraft saga, and our team is already hard at work on the next stories to come. Can't talk about them quite yet, but when the time is right, we're going to be really excited to share them with you.
All right, Shadowlands Eternity's End. It looks amazing. What is the place called again? Zereth Morthus. Yeah, Zereth Morthus looks very it looks alien compared to all these other places in Shadowlands or even on Azeroth and Outland and wherever else. It looks very, very otherworldly. I think it's befitting for a place that is beyond all afterlives and all lives, if I can say that. The technology, the way the technology integrates itself with the world at large as well. It's also very interesting. The ciphering of the first ones, trying to understand the language of the Automa. It's going to be very fun, I think. And the way they speak, it's so cute. And so, it's like a baby electronic voice, if I can say that, for some of them, especially the smaller autonomous, the ones with the horns and, they're floating. Yeah, they sound very cute. Now I know the magic that Zorval was using on Anduin. It's called Domination magic. That's also very interesting. Hopefully they can rescue Anduin from his incarceration by the jailer. Hopefully they don't kill him. They just rescue him from that magic, the domination magic, and hopefully they'll find a way to also become immune to that kind of magic should the jailer try to use it on someone else. That was also good. The Devourers, where do they come from exactly? Do they come from the Shadowlands, or were they always there in Zereth Morthus? Were they always there and they just became corrupted as soon as Zorval came in there with Anduin? I'm not sure about that with the Devourers. And the Enlightened, they kind of remind me of the Arbiter's helpers in Oribus. They're called the Overseers or something. Yeah, I think they were called the Overseers. They kind of remind me of those guys. I'm sure maybe they must be related somehow. Maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, they kind of remind me of them. And what else did I write here? Oh yeah. The Supplica of the first ones. Sorry guys, I didn't write this one down properly. That place and the Forge of Afterlife. I also found those areas or that piece of technology very interesting, especially the Forge of the Afterlife. I wonder, how does it create afterlives? I mean, does it shoot like a laser beam or something into the far distance and a new afterlife is created or something like that? I'm not sure how does it work, but I'm very interested into finding out how it does that. And yeah, the the Eternity's End, Zareth Morthos is like the workshop for the first ones. So this is where they created everything and how they tested everything before they sent it out through the final production phase and then, make a new afterlife. So it's quite interesting. The environment and the what did they say? Something about the water not being like water, how it usually operates. Like once you go into water, you just start thinking on this water, like you just walk like you're Jesus or something. That was interesting. That was very interesting. So yeah, Eternity's End looks like it's going to be a fun installment for Shadowlands, and hopefully I'll be able to watch the cinematics and the trailers for it as well. So yeah, Jesse Thoth, you know what to do. You know what to do. Okay, I think those were all the raid classics for World of Warcraft Classic, and yeah, looks fun. It really looks fun. Okay, let's continue. Mythic Dungeon International. Huh. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think this is also part of the Mythic Dungeon Plus that Jesse Thoth was talking about in part 32. Yeah. I just can't remember everything he was discussing about the Mythic Dungeon Plus and the normal Mythic Dungeons and how many bosses you'll be fighting in different dungeons. But yeah, I think it has to also associate with that. Yeah, if I'm mistaken, please correct me.
Sylvanas' soul has been fractured from the moment of her death until now.
Burn it! This was their home. And you slaughtered all of them! How could you take all those innocent lives? This was beyond life and death. There was no other path to true freedom. How can you not see that? I see what you are. Murderer! Monster! Butcher! Why can I not escape this torment?
The jailer has severed their bond and condemned her to endlessly relive her atrocities. So long as her soul remains divided, she cannot wake.
Maybe she shouldn't.
She's the only one who knows the jailer's plan and how we might save Anduin.
She's the one that turned Anduin.
Jaina is right. How can we possibly trust her?
Her wound runs so much deeper than mine. Well met, Ranger General.
What is this? Who are you?
Someone who shared your fate, felled by the blade of the very same prince.
Others. I died trying to stop that monster, only to wake up haunted by one with my face.
That Banshee is you.
No. I cannot accept that.
Her path began where yours ended, and you've seen the decisions she made.
Never in 1,000 lifetimes would I betray everything I stood for. You can't possibly understand.
The jailer is deceptively cunning. When I realized I had become his pawn, it nearly destroyed me. He had no doubts it would destroy you as well. Was he right? Or will you accept her shattered legacy and tell us how to stop him?
Her crimes are unforgivable.
Yes.
And she... I must face the consequences.
We cannot change the past, and we may never find forgiveness in the future. But inaction damns us all. Time is short, Ranger General. Make your choice. I've done all I can.
Well, guys, that's it for part 33 of World of Warcraft cinematics and trailers, playlist done by Jesse Thoth. And yeah, Sylvanas. I wonder which Sylvanas woke up there. You know, is it the Banshee Queen Sylvanas, or is it the General Sylvanas, the Hunter General Sylvanas? I wonder which one woke up. I think it's both of them together. You know, reconciling and accepting both halves of herself, and you know, yeah, I think that's what's happening there. I think the Sylvanas of both souls are united as one, and she's waking up as one person. I hope that's what that is. But if it is the Banshee Queen, I'm okay with it. Though she's still going to be very antagonistic against everybody else. If it's the Hunter General, then she's also going to be very remorseful and asking for forgiveness about what happened. And I want there to be a finality between Sylvanas and whatever she's holding in herself. This pain, this pain needs to have healed, like how Uther has gone through his trials and his tribulations, on how to heal from that wound that was given to him by Arthas. So I want her to also find some sort of peace, and hopefully this time it's going to work out for her. And hopefully the other guys, Bane, Thrall, Bulvar, Jaina, they can work with Sylvanas in trying to rescue Anduin and also to stop the Jailer. So yeah, like I said before, they're all going to need to work together. They're really all going to have to need to work together and help save all reality from complete destruction and enslavement by Zorval. So yeah, that was good. I liked that cinematic. I liked how it started out with Uther understanding that Sylvanas has a fractured soul, and she needs healing, she needs help, and he tried to talk to her and tried to make her understand that all those terrible things were actually done by you, a part of you, and you need to try and get back to being who you really are and not this person that's filled with so much rage and pain, So yeah, I really like that. And Gormash, what he did, his last final act of defiance that made him turn into ash. Hopefully he can find peace wherever he is. I think he's like finally dead. I don't think he's gonna ever come back, but they might surprise us. And Eternity's End, I can't wait for that. That looks like it's going to be really fun. And also I really hope that Anduin can be saved, that he's not going to die. So yeah, it's been very good. Part 33, very, very good. Jesse Thoth, thank you very much for suggesting that I should react to your playlist. It's been very, very, very entertaining. I really did enjoy World of Warcraft cinematics and trailers. And I only knew about World of Warcraft from the movie World of Warcraft, and that's where I stopped with it. But until you suggested that I should react to your playlist, really like a whole new universe has been opened up to me, and I'm not going to let it go. I'm going to continue on with it. And like I said before in the opening introductions, that if you guys have any suggestions on what I should watch on World of Warcraft, please send them my way on the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I don't want to let go of this franchise just yet. I want to continue on with it. And like I also said, that I'm going to start reading the books, and probably I'll make videos on them as well. So definitely the World of Warcraft universe, to me, it's not over. I'm going to continue on with it. And yeah, really, Jesse Thoth, thank you. Thank you very much for this. It's been great. It's really been great. Okay guys, that's it for today with part 33. Remember, if you liked the video, give me a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I will see you next week, Monday, with a different World of Warcraft installment. I'm not sure what it's going to be just yet, but it will be something related to World of Warcraft. Okay? Bye-bye.